Our next eminent speaker is the Right Honourable Lord Ahmad of Wimbledon, who is not only a member of the community but also a government minister. Lord Ahmad has served in government in several capacities, including the Government Minister for Communities and Local Governments, Minister for Counter-Terrorism, Transport Minister, and also has served as the Minister for Aviation and Trade. Currently, Lord Ahmad is Minister of State for Commonwealth and the UN and South Asia at the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. He also has additional responsibilities as the Prime Minister's Special Representative on preventing sexual violence in conflict and the Prime Minister's Special Envoy on freedom of religion of belief. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Lord Ahmad and ask him to come and say a few words.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Respected Amir Saab, respected delegates, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May I firstly, on behalf of the Prime Minister and the government, extend his best wishes to you all. Prime Minister Johnson is well known to Hazur and to the community, and whilst he's had his hands rather full of late with the formation of the new government, I assure you he's looking forward to meeting with Hazur in the near future, and I extend the best wishes of the Prime Minister and the government to all members attending the Jalsa Salana. In doing so, I am also proud of the record of our government on the important issue of freedom of religion or belief. It is amazing, and it's also quite poignant to know that almost 12 months ago, when the then Prime Minister, Mrs. May, asked me to take on the additional responsibility as her envoy on freedom of religion or belief, she knew this was a matter, it was an issue which was close to my heart. But it was close to my heart because of the fact that I am someone who's proud to be a Brit. But I'm also proud to be someone who is the third generation within as a member of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Over the last 12 months, I've had occasion to visit different countries to raise the issue of freedom of religion or belief. I remember a particular occasion at the United Nations where we were discussing anti-Semitism. When the meeting concluded, I was interviewed by a journalist who said the following to me. He said, "Minister, you are a Muslim, but despite being a Muslim, you are a very strong advocate of anti-Semitism." I paused for a moment and corrected him. I said, "Your question is wrong. It is not despite being a Muslim, it is because I am a Muslim that I am strong on anti-Semitism." And therefore I was equally proud to lead with the then Foreign Secretary the first independent review of Christian persecution around the world. Because surely the ultimate test of your own faith, the ultimate test of standing up for faith or belief, is when you stand up for the faith or beliefs of others. The poignancy of that was not lost on me as someone who was educated, born and bred in Britain, but educated in a Christian school. One day I returned home after learning and having a lesson on Judaism. My mother, God bless her soul, I sat down and I said, "Ammi, I'm somewhat confused. I'm confused. Here I am, a young Muslim in Britain at school, going to a Christian school, learning about Judaism." As all mothers do, she smiled kindly, gave me something to eat, and said, "Beta, in Urdu, कि जब हम एक घर बनाते हैं, हम उस घर की बुनियाद रखते हैं. We lay the foundation of that house. उसके बाद हम उस घर की दीवारें खड़ी करते हैं. We build the walls to those houses. और उसके बाद उस घर की छत उस घर को मुकम्मल करती है. And then the roof of that house completes the house." As Muslims, she said, smilingly, we believe that the foundation of our faith is Judaism. The walls of our faith are Christianity. And without the walls of Christianity, the house of Abraham would not have been completed with the roof of Islam. The other doors and windows represent other faiths and perspectives, other beliefs, and ensure that in that house of God, you improve yourself so you can help people both within that house and those that lie beyond. And I share that sentiment with you, that experience with you, because that was the nurturing we had in our early years, which was complemented by the community that I have known from birth, a community that I have represented in different offices. And it's a community that I'm proud epitomizes, as we've just heard from Damien, the virtues of all faiths, all beliefs, of humanity, which is love for all and hatred for none. And I have ultimately been guided. I have been extremely fortunate that under the guidance of Khalifatul Masih Rabi, Rahimullah, who always said to me, Tariq, stand up for your beliefs. Stand up for your principles. Be true to those beliefs. And of course, under the spiritual guidance of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Khamis, Hayyadullah Ta'ala Rizal Aziz, I have been humbled by his love. I have been humbled by his affection and guidance. For it is that guiding hand of spirituality which guides us all in our different works, in our different aspects of life. So we should go proudly forward. I am greatly honored and humbled to be a member of Her Majesty's government. As a second-generation migrant to this country, to proudly say, this is my country. This is my country that supports opportunity and diversity for all. It is my country, our country, which ensures that people within a generation, no matter what your faith or belief, can represent your country. And it is this country which is home to the seat of Khilafat, which we should never forget. I am greatly honored and humbled to be amongst you today. And as we heard yesterday from Hazur himself, to those who challenge Islam, to those who challenge Ahmadiyyat, look at the evidence. Look at what Hazur said today. From each corner of globe, country after country, community after community, school after school, hospitals after hospitals, are being built by this God-fearing community, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Islam. And people often ask me, Tariq, when you are around the world, who are you? What are you? And I'm reminded by the beautiful words of that poem, कि मेरा नाम पूछो तो मैं अहमदी हूँ। वाखिर दावना अनिल हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन।